One more time, shall we? 1, 2, 3, fire! Huzzah! Nicely done.
Are you going to do stories about it?
Two genders. We need 5 more women. Well, there's our New York City lady. Come here. I didn't let your wonderful son play this morning, but anybody from farther away than New York City? I mean, come on. New York City, one of the first capitals of our nation. You can't come in there, sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, you're in first place. Huzzah!
Use the term medic if you see a fake casualty on the battlefield or something, because we need to know that it's a problem and we need to respond to that. So now on to our and things like that, but tents and other equipment would have probably been carried, heavier equipment would have been carried in the wagons. They might have had wagons with horses here. This is a small contingent. Evidently, they don't have any horses to pull the wagons, but they've got some smaller hand wagons that the guys are pulling with the heavy. Evidently unnoticed by the congressional troops, we've got some crowd forces now coming across the field. Everybody you see there in a red coat is a British regular, which means you'll see some green coats out there on the British side. Talk about them in a minute. You hear the drum now beating the assembly. Pulling the artillery piece up. Weapons takes 15 seconds to prime and load, so you'll notice the congressional forces are firing by division. One group will fire, then they'll reload, and another group can then fire. You want to keep fire going down the field. Who should be fighting for independence? They're the ones I mentioned earlier, who were Americans fighting on the other side. You're the drummers beating the press and load. Both were options. You see the crowd. See the 4th Massachusetts marching forward, followed by the Illinois Regiment marching forward. Special forces. Sometimes the congressional troops were raw recruits and very ill-trained. You'll see a few of the women kind of deploying out into the field to assist the wounded. Would not do.
Like a bad day at work.
I wonder how they had that practice us.
I don't know.
They must have probably scared some of the
I know,
people
they're so
who
loud.
live
Yeah.
around here.
Not too many casualties yet. Actually, probably in a real battle, a musket is very effective at 50 yards, still effective up to 100 yards. Lead ball. There's no exploding ammunition used in the long arms or anything like that. Even the artillery piece very rarely used any kind of exploding ammunition. So it was basically where you hit. Oh.
I don't think so. Check this out. Watch.
Looks like the artillery piece is out of ammunition, and that's allowing the infantry to move up in front of it and push back harder on the British.
Wait, did Americans win this world war when that happened?
British are stubbornly not giving up here.
Why aren't they?
It may be that there is some of what's being moved in those wagons, maybe a pay chest or some ammunition or something like that, that there is their particular goal that they're trying to get here, rather than just harassing the enemy, because they're pretty determined.
Americans is allowed to move over the battle line.
Yep.
So I could get as close as I wanted to.
Yep.
Surrender terms.
And I'm out of here.
Yeah.
We'll see which they choose to do, because then you have to continue to feed them and take care of them, and supply lines out on the frontier here were sometimes kind of thin, so just see what...
Wait, did the British give up?
They're retreating. Come back into the woods. They did, but the
Massachusetts going across the field. They're joined by the Illinois Regiment, making sure that all of the enemy forces have been swept from the field.
They're always out there. They're kind of, I feel like
it takes a long time. I feel like you're really fighting for your life. You're kind of doing a little bit.
They were just pushing up the field at this point.
It looks like that is a victory for the forces of the Continental Congress this morning. Or I guess it's this afternoon. But thank you very much for coming out to see our first tactical demonstration of the day. We will...
I thought they were stabbed.
Nope. Just be careful. Just walk slow. You got it.